Last object that we're going to take a look at is the opportunities object. Again, we can click on the opportunities tab. Brings us to the home page. We see here it's pinned at recently viewed. I can go in and I can say, hey, I want my opportunities if that's something that's interesting to me, and then I can pin it, and that will always show up when I come to this particular home page. What I'm going to look here, we can look at it all next week. We'll go ahead and we'll look at the recently viewed ones. And the one that I was looking at earlier was the Cenovus one. I'll click through to the Cenovus opportunity. For the most part, it looks pretty darn good. Key things, I would say, let's get rid of this EPC field and then use this section over here, which is the partners section. So I can come over and I can say I want new, and then I'd come over here and I'd say, okay, it's WSP is who I'm looking for, and then I'll update this. Right now, just leave it as none, and I'll add engineering company in there. We'll save it. The nice thing about it is now this opportunity is related to that account, and it's a lot better for us. Another glaring area that we really want to make sure that we're getting in here, contact roles. So whoever the contact role is, either at WSP or Cenovus that we're dealing with, we want to make sure that we get that information on that side of it as well. So that's very important that we add that information in there for ourselves from a reference perspective. Stuff that we look at here, I've got due date and close date. Again, any good opportunity that we want to follow up with, ultimately we want to take a look at and have tasks related to it. So there's my activity tab, and then I'm going to say I have a new task, and then I can put up there follow up on prep status. So this is an internal one that I'm going to look for, so it's not related to the customer. And then I forget what the date was, but let's say the date was the 17th. And then we can go ahead and we can save that. And then even then, I probably would have done something maybe like internal and then follow up on prep status. Now, once I've done this, I can see that in my activity timeline anytime that I want. But we can start to use the task objects more effectively. And I could come over here and I could say, hey, show me my open tasks. And then there is my open tasks, as well as when I come to my home page, any of the new tasks that I have at that particular time, I can come over here and change this and say my task, and there's that follow-up on the home page. So if we have a due date, let's create a task associated with it. So again, opportunities, use those list views to help you find the opportunities that you want to take a look at and evaluate. And then the other side of it, when we look at our opportunities, my opportunities, I don't have any opportunities here, so I'm going to go back to the recently viewed. Once we get to the list view that's important to us from a management perspective, let's make sure that we're always adding the partner, we're always adding the contact person associated with it. And then last but not least, tasks, activities. So we want to log all of our follow-up activities with this, and we also want to those due dates that we have there. Ultimately, I want to log, after I put them in, I want to assign myself an activity from a follow-up perspective.